Hello, and welcome to this episode of one new S&P 500 stock added to my $15,000 Robinhood portfolio, which is Vanguard S&P 500 ETF. So let's jump into it. Currently, the market's closed. I'm in California, so they close here at 3 o'clock. It's currently 4:11 p.m. I go to the all. I'm not a day trader, swing trader. I'm a long-term investor. So I don't look at the live 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, 3 month, 1 year. I just go straight to all. This is my overall portfolio from beginning till now. So my main concern is this upward trend. As you can see it going up like that. So if you see portfolios that are zigzagging, you want that upward trend. So I call these sales, discounts, or clearance. So this is the perfect time to buy, even though my baseline is right here. See, as you can see the climb, that's what you want. So currently I'm at 15K, first time hitting it. So it brought me back to my Super Mario days. So I mean the market's in a downward trend. So I mean I'm at 5.91%. I mean I'm happy that it's still up there in a downward market, and my goal is to keep it at 7, but you know I still got to work at it. So let's get into it. Okay, currently I have 189 assets under management, so stocks. So I'm just gonna go down. I got them broken up into monthly paying dividends, my new additions, and then from Google, that's where it starts. So it starts at Google. These are all newly added. So I still haven't had a chance to get through them all. I'm going to go through them one by one, break down each asset. So from Google, and they're all in highest to lowest in valuation. And I'm all the way down to $1. Buy and hold forever. That's my strategy. And then see all the way. Oh, these are newer ones. So I got a whole. It goes down to $1, and then I just picked up some more new ones. So I got to put those on the back burner. They're piling up. But another good thing, a new addition. I have 6 cryptocurrencies. I have 1 Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash. I have a fraction of that. Ethereum, I have a fraction. Bitcoin, I have a fraction of that. Ethereum Classic, I have 11 coins. And then Dodge, I have 4,940 coins of Dogecoin. And then Bitcoin SV, I'm still on the fence with Bitcoin BSV. And then that's the watch list. So let's jump into it. VOO. Come over, slide me over this way. I go straight to the 5-year to see how it's looking. Beautiful upward trend. See, this is what we want, guys. Upward trends. I mean, it could take these dips, yeah, all day. That's part of the journey. But look at that upward trend from here to up here. Nice. 50,139 people own Vanguard S&P 500 ETF on Robinhood. You could get 1 share of VOO for about $269. About VOO tracks a market cap weighted index of U.S. large and mid cap stocks selected, by the S&P committee. Market cap 118.93 billion. PE ratio 21.85. Dividend yield 1.93. So I'm gonna pretty much for this. I know there's a lot of people out there that don't know what Vanguard is or don't know what an S&P 500 is, and I'm gonna break it down. So I'm gonna start off with the Vanguard Group, what it is. The Vanguard Group is an American registered investment advisor based in Malvern, Pennsylvania, with over 5.3 trillion in assets under management. It is the largest provider of mutual funds and the second largest provider of exchange traded funds, ETFs, in the world after BlackRock iShares. In addition to mutual funds and ETFs, Vanguard offers brokerage services, variable and fixed annuities, educational account services, financial planning, asset management, and trust services. Founder and former chairman John C. Bogle is credited with the creation of the first index fund available to individual investors and was a proponent and major enabler of low-cost investing by individuals. Vanguard is owned by the funds managed by the company and is therefore owned by its customers. Vanguard offers two classes of most of its funds: investor shares and Admiral shares. Admiral shares have slightly lower expense ratios but require a higher minimum investment, often between $10,000 and $100,000 per fund. In addition to mutual funds and ETFs, Vanguard offers brokerage services, variable and fixed annuities, educational account services, financial planning, asset management, and trust services. Several mutual funds managed by Vanguard are ranked at the top of the list of U.S. mutual funds by assets under management. Vanguard's corporate headquarters is in Malvern, Pennsylvania, a suburb of Philadelphia. It has satellite offices in Charlotte, North Carolina, and Scottsdale, Arizona. The company also has offices in Australia, Asia, and Europe. Okay, so Vanguard's a privately held company, so you can't buy shares of the actual company. Industry is investment management, founded May 1st, 1975, which is 44 years ago. Founder John C. Bogle. Headquarters Malvern, Pennsylvania. Then you got key people. We already talked about products, and then we talked about what it's making, 5.3 trillion, and then number of employees 16,600. That was of 2008. So let's jump into the next vocabulary, which is S&P 500. To move me when I get up there. S&P 500 index. The S&P 500, or just the S&P, is a stock market index that measures the stock performance of 500 large companies listed on stock exchanges in the United States. It is one of the most commonly followed equity indices, and many consider it to be one of the best representations of the U.S. stock market. The average annual total return of the index, including dividends, since inception in 1926 has been 9.8%. However, there were several years where the index declined over 30%. The index has posted annual increases 70% of the time. For a list of the components of the index, see list of S&P 500 companies. The components that have increased their dividends in 25 consecutive years are known as the S&P 500 Dividend Aristocrats. The S&P 500 is a capitalization weighted index, and the performance of the 10 largest companies in the index account for 21.8% of the performance of the index. Funds that track the index have been recommended as investments by Warren Buffett, John C. Bogle, and Tony Robbins for investors with long time horizons. Although the index includes only companies listed in the United States, it includes many multinational companies. Companies in the index derive on average only 71% of their revenue in the United States. The index is one of the factors in computation of the Conference Board leading economic index used to forecast the direction and where am I at? And The direction of the economy. The index is associated with many ticker symbols, including GSPC, INX, SPY, and SPX, depending on market or website. The index value is updated every 15 seconds or 1,559 times per trading day, with price updates disseminated by readers. The S&P 500 is mainly by S&P Dow Jones Indices, a joint venture majority owned by S&P Global, and its components are selected by a committee. S&P Global, you can purchase a share of S&P Global. And then S&P, the foundation was founded on March 4th, 1957, 62 years ago. The operator is S&P Dow Jones Indices. Exchange is on the New York Stock Exchange, NASDAQ, CBOE, BZX Exchange. Constitutes 505 type large cap. Market cap 25.6 trillion. Oh wow. That's interesting. And another interesting thing, while we're on the S&P 500s, I also picked up iShares S&P 500 ETF, SPDR S&P 500 ETF, and now I picked up Vanguard S&P 500 ETF. So I got the three big, and as you can see, market cap 25.6 trillion. That's the first time I've seen that. Wow. Okay, let's dive in some more into Vanguard S&P 500 ETF, which is VOO. So I'm on the Vanguard website, and I'm on the overview, pretty much breaking this down. If you curious about the expense ratio, is 0.03%. And then I don't pay attention to none. And then if you want to look at the portfolio composition, here it is. As you can see, the communication services is all broken down by percentage. So that's about 10%. Consumer discretionary 10%. Consumer staples 7.6%. Energy 4%. Financials 12%. Healthcare 13%. Industrials 9%. IT 22%. Materials 2%. Real estate 3%. Utilities 3%. This brings me to just reading this. I have a book called The Holy Grail of the Global Stock Market, and with this book I break all these down into even furthering the sectors. Like I have this one, I don't have at all. Consumer discretionaries, consumer staples, I don't have. I have energies, financials, healthcare, and then this is broken down to like medical device, and then there's medical technology, and then there's biotechnology and pharmaceuticals. So all this, I break them down. Like information technology, I have tech, and then I have semiconductors, and then I have what else with the tech? 3D printing, lasers. So I grouped that all in under there. So I'm still working on the cover for my book, but it's ready. I got to get it copyrighted. So, and then the top 10 holdings inside of Vanguard S&P 500 ETF is number 1, Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, Alphabet, Facebook, Berkshire, JP Morgan Chase, Johnson & Johnson, Visa, Procter & Gamble. So those are the big boys in that portfolio for Vanguard S&P 500 ETF. Okay, lastly, this is VOO's Dividend History. So I'm going to go back to the beginning of last year, December 2018. It paid out $1.29, and then it pays every 3 months. And then on January, March, it paid $1.46, and then June it paid $1.39. June, July, August. July, August, and then September, end of this month. No, they already paid. It's already October. Wow, they paid $1.30. So every 3 months, it pays $1.30. So that's it for this episode with Vanguard S&P 500. So collect all three of them. Remember, there's one with Vanguard has one, SPDR has one, and then iShares has one. And then the next video that I'll be going over, the next asset will be, oh, this is an interesting one. ETFS, physical palladium ETF. So this is one of those precious metals, but as an ETF. So one of my strategies why I invested in palladium and gold ETFs is because they're just out of my range. Gold is 1500 for 1 ounce, and then for palladium it's 1600 for 1 ounce. Way out of my league. So when it comes to physical precious metals, silver, that's my go-to, and then I'll dabble in platinum. Right now it's coming down at 100. I plan on grabbing another one of platinum because it's under 1,000. So on the high end, I go platinum, low end silver. Palladium and gold is way too high, so I figured I might as well invest in their ETF, palladium and gold, to still get that feel that I still have some type of ownership. So until tomorrow, peace.